Go. Hey guys, it's MugenLord here, and welcome to the Mugen TV Forum. And that's right, you all know that Nintendo had released their Super Smash Bros. Wii U and 3DS Direct podcast conference. So first, I got some friends here who we all wanted to sit here and discuss what we thought about the whole Direct thing and what we thought about the whole Smash Brothers thing. So let's start off right here with
I'm Esquag.
Okay, and y'all all know Esquag is he's been there for my Mugen TV channel for quite some time. Check out the whole Tell the Exilia preview that he did. He also did a Mugen preview of one of the Dragon Ball Z characters. So check out some of the content that I have on YouTube with Esquag. And right here we have another person with us.
My name is Chris.
All right, yeah, Chris.
Yeah, techie name, bro.
Yeah, Chris. He's also a friend of mine here at Banfield University. He plays Smash Brothers, Brawl, Melee, Project M. So we all decided, okay, let's get together and let's do this. So first, at the Nintendo Direct, when I watched it, I just wanted to, I said, Brian, just don't go in there with high expectations, because if you go in there with high expectations, you may end up being disappointed. But after I watched the podcast, I was completely floored. So what was your expectations going in?
Well, first, I didn't think I was going to be able to view the podcast, like when it came out, because I was in class and I was doing that. So when I was like, yo, I got this time free, I went back, I clicked on the link, it wasn't loading on my computer. So it's just that moment of defeat you get. I had one of those. I'm like, wait, I got my laptop. So I loaded it on my laptop, loaded just fine. And it was like the angels started singing around me. I'm like, oh my God, Sakurai has blessed me with this fine gift.
Okay, so
so when I started watching it, I joined in about when he was talking about stages.
Okay.
And from there, I just started getting more and more hyped.
Okay. So what about you, Chris? Did you watch the whole conference, or did you just watch some tidbits, or would you?
I watched some tidbits about it, and I actually got to the part where he talked about the upcoming characters. Greg Ninja was definitely one of the characters I'm definitely looking forward to. And
Greg Ninja.
Well, all right. We're going to further detail about characters when we get to that part. So we're gonna try to do everything by we try to break everything up by sections, and we'll talk about each part so everybody can follow it. So first of all, we're gonna talk about the release date to Super Smash Brothers Wii U and 3DS. Which surprised me the most, which I already talked about and already said. And most of the forums, like Smash boards and event hubs, I always said that the Wii U version and the 3DS version are not going to be released at the same time, because that'd be crazy and that'd be stupid on Nintendo's part. But I did not think that the 3DS version would come out way before the Wii U version. So the 3DS version of the Super Smash Brothers is coming out summer of this year, and the Wii U version is coming out the winter of this year. So, Esquad, what is your opinion? What is your thoughts when you heard about this?
I think this is actually a pretty smart move on their part. I mean, I know the Wii U, they need sales, they need this, that, and the other thing. But you know what else they need? They need money. And you know what's going to get them money? Midsummer release of Smash Brothers on the 3DS. That's going to make them some money. And then once they had that kicking around in their pocket, they can do whatever they want. But they need that money, and I don't think the Wii U release first would get them the capital that they require.
Okay, so what do you think about the whole release?
I think it's definitely a good choice, because it gets more of the fans to buy the 3DS version first, because I know a lot of the fans have Wii U and 3DS, and it's a good idea to have one come out before the other, because of course the Wii U version is going to be much better than the 3DS version, but anyways, people are still going to buy it, and they're going to make money from both of them either way. And I think it's a really good choice. I'm looking forward to it. So
yeah, because even if they buy the 3DS and they're like, this is awesome, they can always bump it up. They're like, this is awesome, but it could be even more awesome, and I'm gonna get the Wii U version. And so they're gonna make more money, because they're gonna have people owning both copies.
So here's my thoughts on it. All right, for starters, I'm glad. I mean, it does. it really doesn't matter to me that the 3DS version is coming out first before the Wii U version. For one, I know 3DS one is their top selling handheld, and two, I think it's pretty much quicker. I guess much easier to develop for the 3DS than the Wii U, since Wii U is Nintendo's first HD console, so it's going to take time for them to polish it and put whatever they need, any changes or any fixes they want to put towards the game, and have it ready, by winter of 2014. But when I first heard the announcement of the summer release for the 3DS and the winter release of the Wii U, I was pretty much saying that, wow, like, I mean, the Wii U right now is in desperate need of a wide install base, and Wii U's need to come off the shelves. They really do. And 3DS to me is a handheld that is already working for them. It's a working product. They know no matter wherever they release it at, no matter what month or whatever, they're going to get their money, because there's more people who own a 3DS than they have the Wii U. Yeah. And for the simple fact is, you have the hardcore out there who's going to buy both regardless, and then you have the people who are like gamers or hardcore Nintendo fans, but can't afford to go out and get a new console. So pretty much what I've been hearing in Smash boards and a couple other places that I've been to, and a couple friends I know at home, a lot of them are saying that, well, I have a 3DS, so I'm not gonna go out and buy the Wii U version if I can just play it on my 3DS. So that's a lot of people who are saying or whatever. They don't want to go out and spend the extra money because they have the 3DS. So that's the better alternative for them. And that's why I thought that maybe if the Wii U version come out first, people are more aching to go out, like, okay, I have to buy this. This is coming out. I have to get this console. But now more people are at ease. Then you have your regular casuals, and you have the mom and dads who want to buy their children, or the grandparents who want to buy their grandkids, the game. So if they get them the 3DS version, when Christmas comes, like, why the parents like, well, I already got our son or daughter or nephew already got you the Smash Brothers already. Why would I want to buy another system so you can get it again? So I was like, well, I hope Nintendo's not going to shoot themselves in the foot with that, but it's going to sell regardless.
Here's something I don't quite think that we've thought about before with this whole situation. The fact is that they are, and have been since the Wii came out, catering towards the casual gamer demographic. Mm-hmm. Who owns more 3DSs? Hardcore gamers or the casual market? Who owns more Wii U's? Hardcores or casuals? I'm going to say that more Wii U's are owned by the hardcore gamers waiting for releases. So they're targeting the casual audience like they always have by releasing the 3DS first.
And another thing is, like, people is buying the Wii U now, so they'll all they have to do is buy the games when it comes out, and that's another reason why say for instance, Mario Kart is coming out soon, and it's gonna be people going out and getting that game too, and they're gonna be getting bundles, that come with the Mario Kart, and then they're gonna have a Wii U by the time.
All right, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the next category. The next topic here is the technical aspects. We're not going to stay too long on this because, like I said, this is the technical aspects. Even Sakurai say most people probably wouldn't even care or wouldn't know too much about it. But Sakurai stated that the 3DS version will run at 60 the character models will run at 60 frames per second in
and the stereoscopic 3D is technical. Yeah, I think
that's impressive, especially for the 3DS, and especially for a handheld. You know what I'm saying? The characters are moving at 60 frames per second, and he also stated that some of the assist trophies and the Pokemons will run at 30 frames per second, which I don't really mind about that at all, because I mean they're not playable characters.
They're not playable. The frame limitations on them doesn't matter as far as comboing and as far as playing goes. Mm-hmm. So whatever they do is, you could be 30 frames, you could be 25 frames. I don't really care.
Mm-hmm. And also the 3DS version, each stage will have two soundtracks per stage. Mm-hmm. And of course the Wii U version is going to have a vast variety of different songs for each stage, just like how it was in Brawl,
Yeah, Brawl.
where you was able to select. You had a whole selection
Yeah,
and stuff.
you got to pick like how often the song played, like the likelihood of this song going off.
Yeah, so that's going to be awesome. All right, so now we're going to start getting to the juicier parts, which is the stages. Now the stages, yeah. now the stages were impressive. The 3D, as you know, the 3DS version is going to have stages that's more so dedicated to games, to the games that for the handhelds, and the Wii U version will have stages dedicated to the games that have been released on the consoles and stuff. As far as stage is concerned, Chris, have you seen any of the stages? Anything that come to mind?
I seen there was one stage. It was like their stages are. It was kind of like a desert like stage with mountains in the background, and what I look like it's like they show like how it's like nice and 3D in the background, and then they show like After Effects, like explosions and stuff like that. So they definitely are putting a lot more into the stages, and they're much more. I think they're much more bigger than they used to.
Thank you. That's another thing that I noticed too. Like every stage, like when I look at the Wii U, especially I was more so look at the Wii U. Like 3DS, yes, of course, but more so the Wii U. I was noticing that a lot of the stages are pretty massive. Like especially the Palatuna's temple from Kid Icarus Uprising. That's like equivalent to let's say Hyrule Temple and Smash Melee.
Yeah, that thing was.
It's so many layers.
It's massive.
Very, 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 very big. And I remember when Sakurai had posted a section of that stage on the main website.
Yeah.
I'm like, it looked like a generic stage because the whole in the picture had a screenshot of this springboard. And
it had the springboard. And nothing else.
Yeah, the springboard.
Gray walls.
Yeah,
that's all it had.
The springboard is so generic because it looked like something from the stage creator, the stage builder on Smash Brothers Brawl, where you get the springboards, you get the little different objects and stuff like that. So when I seen that, I said, "Yo, this can't be a stage. This must be like a custom stage or like that." Because that springboard just threw everything off. But come to find out that it was just a piece of a bigger stage. That stage is impressive.
Yeah, it really is. One that I noticed was for the 3DS, they got the Spirit Tracks one where they got the train.
Yes,
and that looks really cool because I saw a couple aspects of it. Like it had different carts that would like derail. If you got knocked on the tracks, you would fly out into the blast zone. It looks really strategic. It's got like it doesn't have a lot of different levels. It's got about 2 like on top of the train and then on the cars.
The cars, yeah.
Those are about the 2 platforms you do. But it seems a little insular, but I think it's really going to play to the strategy of that stage. And they're doing work making these stages as techy as possible. Yeah, make them as fun to play.
They're definitely putting a lot towards these stages, and it's definitely like they add more to it to like kind of give like players more strategic ways to defeat their opponents too.
Way more options. Yes. So like especially when it comes to like I guess playing with your friends or even in competitive aspects with certain stages now, it adds more depth and stuff to like combos and to certain movesets that characters has and stuff like that. So that's very, very impressive what they're doing. Another thing before we move on to the next topic, I noticed that I've seen a lot of stages that are movable stages now. I noticed a lot more like you get the Poliwag stage.
Yeah, you got the Lumiose Tower thing.
The Animal Crossing stage. The stages move and stuff like that. I mean, I don't have a problem with them, but I hope they don't have too many stages that have platforms that move and then move you to another section of the stage. But I notice I see a lot of that.
I think that is they're really they're like, oh, look at all the things we can render in the background. Ooh, and they're like, all right, calm down.
Yeah,
bring it down a notch.
Yeah, so
but another thing worth mentioning about all of them is they will, or at least most of them will have like a Final Destination forum to them, so you don't have to go to the Final Destination with the sky twisting in the background, like you're
Yeah.
freaking getting sucked down a black hole kind of thing. It's a little disorienting, but now like each stage has it. Like Wily's Castle has one, the Animal Crossing Little Village has one.
Yep.
So I think it's gonna be really cool. I think that was a cool thing to do.
Yeah.
Shake up competitive play a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing, Sakurai also stated that the 3DS and the Wii U version are going to have some of the classic stages, return.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
we've seen the Jungle Japes from the Congo Jungle, I believe it's called, from for Smash Bros. Melee. It was on the 3DS, and then you had the Harbor It from which is Meta Knight stage from Smash Bros. Brawl.
Yeah, yeah.
So and that's on the Wii U version. So I'm excited. I can't wait to see what other stages are going to return from that.
Yeah, and how they tweak them, because putting in like one stage that works with like the brawl mechanic into this new mechanic, I really want to see how they do it. Like if they have to expand it, if they have to make it smaller, if they have to make the blast zones more prominent. I really want to see what they do with that stuff.
Okay, so next topic
Shuffle that paper.
is Yellow Devil from the Mega Man stage, from the Dr. Wily's Castle stage.
Mini bosses.
Yeah,
Mini bosses,
the Yellow Devil. He's one of those, I guess, sub bosses from Mega Man.
Yeah, he was a sub boss from Mega Man. And
Yeah.
a really hard one at that.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, well, Sakurai explained the gameplay mechanic to the Yellow Devil because he acts as a stage hazard on the Dr. Wily stage, and from what Sakurai stated is when he appears on the stage, you can pretty much attack him. All the players can pretty much attack him. In order to hurt him, you pretty much have to attack the eye that pops up in the middle of him. Once whoever player gets the last hit on the Yellow Devil can pretty much use him as a weapon. As far as like when you get the last hit, he explodes. So if you get the last hit on him, he's pretty much you pretty much won't get hurt by it, but you could hurt other players by throwing them into the explosion.
It looked kind of like the smart bomb. The smart bomb was going off, but like with way more damage, way more range, and last longer. So it would just. Yeah, it looks like it would be something.
Yeah, and another thing too, I noticed in the video when I watched the direct multiple times just to get like analysis of it. At first, I was like, wait a minute, is this a 5-player? Because when the Yellow Devil, during one of the footage, when the Yellow Devil blew up, it had, you see player 1, player 2, player 3, but you see another player marker on the Yellow Devil. Well, it moved by so fast, I thought it was like an extra player because there's 5 markers on there. But when I looked at it, it says player 2, which was indicating that player 2 got the final hit on Yellow Devil. So so I was like, oh snap! Like, is this a 5-player? I was about to get excited for a second, but no.
No. Well, you can't handle 5-player.
Yeah. So
World can't handle 5-player.
So speaking of bosses and everything, Sakurai had also hinted that somebody is going to appear on the Pyrosphere stage, which is a Metroid stage, and you see a silhouette of what we suspect, and everybody should suspect, that it's Ridley. He was basically saying that other bosses will appear in different stages. So many people are speculating that he's going to be a stage hazard. He's going to be one of those bosses that appear in a stage. But maybe I'm looking too deep into it.
You are.
But
I heard this before.
Please everybody watch the video again when he makes that reference about bosses. If you notice, I mean, if he showed Yellow Devil or whatever, but why would he not show Ridley? We all know Ridley is going to be, if he's saying he's going to be a boss or a hazard, then why not show him or whatever? Now, me personally, there's a lot of Ridley fans out there. Me, I'm not one of them. And personally, I don't care Ridley's get in the game or he's not going to be in the game or whatever. But it to me like he could be trolling it with this, because for the simple fact is, one, he didn't really show Ridley, and then 2, if you look at the silhouette of Ridley on the ground, when you see Pikachu running by, if you notice by Ridley's shadow, the way it's following Pikachu or whatever, it seemed more like a play, like how a person would control a character, because the way the character is, the thing, like the silhouette instantly stops and it floats for a little bit, and then it floated off the screen or whatever, like it was like an actual playable character. you know, if you look at most hazards, or you look at Ridley and like most of the things he appeared in, he normally flies around rapidly, or he's in the background. But this time, he actually has a shadow on the stage itself. So I don't know. He might be a playable character. Who knows? But
I don't know. Feel free to watch it. And also, like, Brian, I got a question for you. Do you also hear like the CIA in your head? You got some other paranoid conspiracy theories you want to bring out?
I'm just saying, I can care less if Ridley's in the game or not.
He said it was a stage hazard, and stage hazard flyer. They're not gonna make a flying character. Like.
Look, I don't care. Personally, I don't like Ridley, but I don't know. It's just this look kind of suspect. But anyway, let's go to the next thing. Online.